Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to work on our MACE single arm 360, known as a single arm shield cast, from our kneeling position. Our MACE 360 is our most fundamental MACE movement. It is the basis of most human movement that defines us as human. Swinging hammers, swinging axes, splitting wood, building houses, building structures, it's all based on this movement. Let's review the two-handed version of it first, back from MACE number 1. Top hand moves past opposite ear. Big swing all the way around. This movement is important because the swinging of a lever allows us to generate more force than we could generate with just our arm. That's why we have hammers. That's why we have axes. That is why humanity is humanity. We are going to take that exercise and we are going to eventually take away our bottom hand. What you'll notice here is that over time I'm gripping less with my bottom hand, but I'm keeping my hand on the mace because what we are trying to learn is how to use the rotation of our body to get better and better and better. Over time, that bottom hand just comes away entirely, and we have our single arm 360, also known as our single arm shield cast. The important part is the swing. Big swing here, big swing here. That big swing on this side is what makes it work. All of your chest and all of this movement has to follow to support that swinging of that movement. The main thing to avoid is trying to chop the swing, where you do the first half of the swing, it stops, and then you try to just do a straight pullover. Half a 360, and then this big chop. You will notice you're not seeing the mace head come out underneath this arm when that happens. That is the main mistake that people make. In order to avoid that, what we are going to do is we are going to put the mace behind us and we are going to learn to do this big swing over and over and over again. And then we are going to learn to do it with one hand. So that we are getting that full swing of the movement. That's what the shoulder is designed to do. We're going to take that exercise and we are going to now put it into our half kneeling position. Moving exercises into our half kneeling position is going to make this exercise much more abby and much more shouldery. We are going to get less of the movement from our legs, and we are going to have to get it from our core, from our spine, and from our shoulder. Our half kneeling position, knee on the ground, lead leg 90 degrees, rear leg 90 degrees. Take your hip, push it all the way forward so your chest is up and tall. We're going to start with that two-handed 360. The important part being we're still seeing the swing from here to here. That big swing on that side is the most important part. Over time, take away that bottom hand, but the first step is to keep it on the mace so that you're getting this big chest movement. What you'll notice is my chest is moving pointed this way, pointed this way. My chest is rotating. We use this exercise very often to help people fix their hips. We are isolating each hip each time we change legs and we do each of the 4 versions. Lead hand, lead leg, rear hand, lead leg, and then on the other side. All of these movements connect down into our hip differently, and they help fix many people's hip problems. Most people in America or in the Western world have hip problems because we sit all the time. As we work this two-handed 360 and we get good at it, we are eventually going to take that bottom hand away, and we are going to then isolate rear hand, lead leg, single arm shield cast. And because we can use less heaving of our legs moving up and down, this becomes much more abby, as it were, and much more shouldery, as it were. The important part here is that we are achieving this order position, 90 degrees in the arm, upper arm parallel to the ground with good wrist alignment. If we try to do this with our hand higher, you're going to notice it's a lot harder to do the catch. Try and bring this arm down, get that 90-degree angle. Of course, we had rear hand, lead leg, and lead hand, lead leg as well. Each one of these is going to affect how this hip moves differently. I like to do this as a time under tension exercise, but if you are having trouble with it, go back and make it a volume cycle. Do 3 to 5 reps, but make sure you're doing both sides with both knees down each day so that your hip is getting a proper amount of movement. You don't want to overtrain one hip and then let it get tight and then not do the other side. Always trying to balance things out.